my hands are like this because I have to pull the skin and then go against it.
Yeah.
So my hands are like this. His eyes are right here. He's looking me in my eyes through my fingers. Through my fingers.
Hello and welcome to the J Word. Today we're going beyond the Clippers with barber Jon Morris. I'm super excited to have you here today. You are so talented in your craft and you're really gifted. But thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. That was a good intro.
Okay,
That was
good.
good.
It was off the. It was
Hey, that was good. That was good. Yes, yes. That's it. No, thank you for having me. Seriously. Yeah.
I'm excited. Before I start like every episode, I like to start with affirmations. So today's affirmation is as I transform, my self-esteem elevates. Thinking about like the affirmation for me made me think about just like going to the barbershop and coming in looking one way, looking a little bit crazy, looking a little rough, and then, coming and leaving a new person and like feeling good, having that cream, that that good feeling, like freshness. And, it's such an amazing experience, and it's so much more than a cut. Like people don't understand that it's not just a haircut, but it's everything beyond that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I say that all the time, man. That's honestly one of the main reasons I got into barbering. I knew what it felt like with me getting out the chair, and not even just getting out the chair, but being in the chair, and that whole experience. And it's a process. It's the process of you becoming who you want to be. So that's why finding the right barber is essential. So it's like, yes, the skill is there, and after you get out the chair, you want to feel good, but how does the barber make you feel while you're in the chair? So that's why you said, when you say, thank you for telling me that, because that means a lot to me that I'm a good barber, and not even just skill-wise, but that you feel comfortable coming to the shop, comfortable getting the cut. So thank you.
Yeah, because you actually care. Like there's so many barbers that they don't care. Like it's really just just a check. It's just that's
a job. That's quick come up or something like that. It's easy money, as a lot of people would say, but when I got into it, it was more than that. Like I made sure that I was professional, I was punctual, and I know there's times, I know my clients are watching like, you be late sometimes, but no, okay. But but being punctual, whether I'm 5-10 minutes behind, sending the text like, hey, I'm running late. This may happen, even if it's not my fault, even if I'm in the shop and I'm sending the text like, hey, I'm like 10 minutes behind, running behind with the client. Like all of that is important to me, and I thought about that even before becoming a barber. Like when I realized this is something I was going to take serious, I'm like, okay, take it serious. Like with everything, all across the board.
I love that.
Yeah.
Walk me through like a little bit of your journey and how it led you to becoming a barber.
So before I was a barber, I did a lot of things. I had my hands in a lot of things. I think even as we met, before we met, or when we met, I was doing music.
Right.
Poetry,
acting,
all of that, acting. So acting and music started around the same time when I was 17. That's when I started taking it serious. But music and acting was always embedded in me. Like I was always around good music. My dad played good music, from the souls of Luther Vandross, 80s music, my mom, Sade, Anita Baker. So I was just always grounded in it. So that's what, absolutely great. That's what like got my ear buzzing in music. And then with acting, started as a kid. My siblings would just play fight, but we would make stories within it. So as I got older, it was like, what do you want to do? It was like, hey, let me try acting. So those two things intertwined, and I tried my hand at both of them and found out I was decent, and I'm like, let me just run with it. So that got me there, and then just living life, and in between those times, I'm cutting my hair. Literally, I just started cutting my hair, not thinking anything of it, just wanted to try it. I didn't have no money, so, you know, saving money at the barbershop, so I'm cutting my own hair. And then fast forward, life happens, the pandemic happens.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like that made everybody stop and just think.
Especially artists. Like, Broadway was closed, everything was locked down. It was really, really tough.
So when that happened, it really made me stop and think. And I was going heavy with music, like performing shows, selling out the Parkside Lounge, near Rican Poets Cafe. I would be there every Monday with my friends. Shout out to Janique, AQ, all of them who are still in the music and doing the heavy. Poet Boy D. Those were my people around me that helped me craft the music. So towards the end of, or the start of the pandemic, it was like, okay, what are you gonna do? Like, for me, I needed a foundation. I needed something to show, because it was like, I have nothing to show. Like, I had no career at the time, so I'm like, I have to find something. Fast forward a few weeks later, and before that, I was praying. I'm like, God, please help me find my career, because I'm working at these dead-end jobs, working at Jose Bank or Men's Warehouse, and good money, but I'm not happy.
Right.
So
and you just know that there's like a more to your life,
exactly,
like a bigger calling.
Exactly. And it was tiring of me being there 9 to 5. It's slow. I can't go anywhere because I have to be here. And I was just like, God, help me find a job that is me, that I love. Pandemic happens, cutting my hair. It was like a light bulb. It was like, ting. Crazy. It was like, why don't you just be a barber? Go to school for barbering. This is the time to do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm a natural procrastinator, so I procrastinated for a few months during the pandemic, and then it just, like, it was in me, like, hey, you need something to show, because these unemployment checks, I know you was living off them unemployment checks too. Okay, man. You mean I gotta go to work and y'all still giving me money? Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Exactly. But my mother's voice in my head was like, this ain't gonna last forever.
Right.
You better do something. Yup. And started catching up. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. But I heard my mother's voice like, this ain't gonna last forever. And it was always too good to be true. So, to me personally, I needed something to show. So I was like, all right, I gotta put myself through barbering school. And then I just jumped. I went to the barber school in 38th, in, what is that, 6th and 8th, American Barber Institute. Signed up, paid in full, thanks to the unemployment checks. And yeah, that was the start of it. But like I said earlier, before going into it, I knew I was gonna treat it as a business. Like, I wasn't gonna treat it as it's a side hustle, some money grab. I was like, no, this is my business. Oh, you say you don't like working 9 to 5s? Okay, treat this as a business. Create your own 9 to 5. So be serious. You're gonna be there at 9. Be there at 9. You said you're gonna be there at 11. Be there at 11. Stick to your word. So that was just embedded in me. Like, treat this as I treated my jobs. I would be early to my jobs. I wouldn't be late. So I'm like, this is the same thing, but this is my career. Yeah, I make my own hours, but I'm gonna treat it like I love it, which I do. And hopefully that translates even till now. And that's something that was very important to me.
So, like, along that, was there anyone that inspired you? Or, you know?
Yeah, there were a few people. I have my local barbers that I grew up with. They were cutting my hairs in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Levels. L, that's his name, Lionel. He has an amazing story. I hope he doesn't mind me telling his story, but he went to prison, and I remember him telling me, he was like, I'm not a prison head. Like, I just got caught one time, and I just did that many amount of years, and then, but while I was there, that was my barbering school. So when he came out, he just changed his hustle to barbering. And his hustle is immaculate. Like, he's the first one in the shop, 6 in the morning, probably 5 in the morning sometimes. And he's the last one there. And he's been there, 10 years now? And he's like the head of the shop. He's got his own, now he changed to catering, or not a catering. He drives, but then still cuts on the side, cuts people on the NBA. And like, that was like, oh, so
like,
this is possible. Yeah. Exactly. You just need the drive, the dedication, and that's it. Yeah. So I would definitely say, Exactly.
It's amazing.
Exactly. So you have your, famous barbers on YouTube like Jeezy or what's his name, the Rich Barber in LA. But firsthand seeing it myself was definitely Lionel at Levels Barbershop in Brooklyn for sure.
And it's crazy, as we said in the beginning, finding a barber, a good barber that is passionate about what they do and what they're doing for people is really hard.
Yes, it is. You know what's funny? I'm realizing that as I became a barber, I'm hearing all the horror stories. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, my barber, he walked out on you when he was mid-cut and smoked a cigarette. I'm like, huh?
No.
Yeah. Oh, he just said he had to pick up his kids. Like, wait, hold on. You were still in the chair? You stayed? Like, what do you, like, I'm hearing horror stories. So I'm like, how is this a thing?
Yeah.
And I dealt with my own fair share of, like, the barber telling me, I won't even mention his name, I don't want to oust him like that. But, yeah, come tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I'll be there at 4 o'clock.
Wait, while you were like in the
No,
chair?
so I should know. That's that would be crazy. That would be insane.
Okay.
While you were in the chair, it's great. No.
I'm just head on out.
Have the head cut right now. That's crazy.
Okay.
I walk into the shop, I'm like, hey, you got time today? He's like, yeah, I'm booked up today, but come tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I got you. I come tomorrow, the next day, 4 o'clock, he's not there. Okay, cool. Maybe he's running late, 4:30. He's not there. Let me text him. Yeah, I'll be right there. I waited 2 hours. I don't know why I waited.
Yeah.
I know why I waited.
You like something?
The haircut is fire.
Yeah.
That's why I waited. But I'm like, okay, maybe this is a one-off thing. I get it, life happens. Same thing happens next time. And it's just like, okay, this is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So that translated with me when I became a barber. I'm like, don't do that. Like, be punctual with your time. If you said just
so
like,
disgusting.
oh my God, it's
It's wow.
insane, man. Yeah, but yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Yeah, I felt like before you, I had a terrible barber too, and I actually came to you at a pivotal point, kind of, where maybe. Well, I had locks, so I had just transitioned from cutting my locks to, locks to afro.
Right.
And the barber that I went to briefly, just to go to someone to, shape up and blah, blah, blah. The environment was just so toxic.
Yes.
It was just, he was pushing the hairline back. He just was not, just everything.
Everything was just bad.
Oh my God,
Everything
it
was
was
bad.
so bad. And then he wanted to go up on his prices and it was like, you can't be serious.
So
the environment, the conversations, it was just so, just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Wow. First of all, I'm sorry you had to experience that. My question to you, why did you stay?
I didn't stay too long, but
Okay.
the times that I did, I was just like, because from when you walk into the space, whatever, if it's for you or not.
Absolutely.
At first I was like, I'm gonna give this a chance, I'm gonna, try it out, or whatever the case is. They were bad at first, like the energy wasn't, and I can't expect everybody to be vibrant like me or or have that same energy. So, some people carry themselves different and all that type of thing, and that's fine. But, I don't know, just I needed a place to get my hair cut. And it was like, he had good reviews. At first he was doing, a decent job. And I was like, all right, I'm cool with this.
I'm cool with it. You just deal with it.
And it's like, I knew that it wasn't the best. And I was on the hunt, but I couldn't find anyone. I was searching, and it was like the convenience and this. And it's like, nothing made sense. And, I definitely believe that energy is transferable. You can feel it on people, and as a barber, I feel like that energy would definitely transfer onto somebody's hairline or their edges. So I know that. So when it got to that point, that's when I knew I had to go. When I was just like.
Once the hairline kept going back
And
back,
it wasn't even. It wasn't like that at
easy.
first, but it just got worse, and every time, and even like there are times when he would just be delayed, like he would be in the chair like eating and drinking, and I'm like, all right, take your lunch, like that's fine, but like this appointment is now,
Right,
all
but you
right,
chilling and it's 4 o'clock and yeah.
I'm here though, but all right, and it's
That's a
like
great skit. I just thought it was a great skit. Oh yeah, that's a great
we'll do
skit. Okay.
it. I was like, oh, okay. Um,
Nah, that's crazy.
but
Yeah.
yeah, and it was crazy. And then there was other times where like I've gone into barbershops. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yes, yes. Silence. You see?
And it's
And
like,
that's
oh, okay. Like
that's
it's
one of
like,
that's another. It's so many main points that I took going into it. First of all, my mom, she's an entrepreneur, so she owns a magazine company, World Bride Magazine. She would kill me if I didn't shout her out. World Bride Magazine, that's my camera right there. But she's an entrepreneur, so I've seen her have the magazine company she owns today, have a nail polish line she owned when I was 10, have a bridal store when I was 6, and like I've seen her have these things and own these things and manage these things. So seeing that as a kid and growing up, it's automatically instilled in you whether it's something you want to do or something you don't want to do. So I saw it as something I wanted to do eventually. So having the barber shop and having being a barber, it's like, oh, I'm just like my mom. I've seen her handle it, so let me take what I learned from her. So it was professionalism. It was always being punctual, always being kind, and that I think that's very, very important. And for me, it's not just taught from my mom, but it's taught like, I was always taught like that. I'm raised as a Christian, so that's always been something that's kind. That's something that you should always do, and give. But that's something I learned, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that with everything, especially with my business. So that translates with the barbershop. You walk into a barbershop, like you just said, and people are, hey, everybody, silence. Or you walk into it and nobody greets you. And that would happen to me too. I walk into the shop, what's good, everybody? And nobody says anything. And I don't have an appointment or anything. This is before the pandemic, before the booking apps. So you have to just walk in and see who's next. So you walk in and it's like nobody's greeting you. So it's awkward of saying, can somebody give me a cut? Who got next and whatnot? So that's awkward. So when I became a barber, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to greet everybody that comes in. I'm going to make sure everybody feels welcomed and feels comfortable because I know I wanted it when I walked in the shop. So you walk in the shop, hey, how's it going? Oh, you here to see? Okay, cool. You're not my client or anything, but
just saying hi, and
Yeah.
just like creating the space and that
Create the
environment.
space.
Like that's all you have to do to just,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And
And
I can't
people,
tell you. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say people don't. It's like people go out of their way not to do that, and they're just like no greeting, no customer service. And it's not saying that you have to be a slave to the client or the people that walk in, but it's just manners. Just how are you? Just I'm Christian as well, and I come from a Caribbean background where like we're taught, you walk in rooms, you say hi to people, and yeah, it's just a lot of them. Just
1000%.
it's just not there.
Yeah, I just didn't understand that. So, and honestly, and I wasn't even trying, but I gained a lot of clients by doing that. Like other clients that would go to the other barbers would eventually come to me just off the greeting. Oh, you greeted me last time. So, oh, he's not here. Can you take me? Just based off of that. And or me just sitting outside and just greeting people. Just, hey, how's it going? Good morning. I see you every day. You walk by at this time. Good morning. Hey, how's it going? Something
People don't
simple
do
like
that
that.
here. Yeah.
Simple as that. And my instructor, Dave, at American Barber Studios, he's probably still there. He actually enforced that as well. He's like, if you're sitting around in the shop, wave. He's like, that's your advertisement. That's an advertisement. And it's like not doing it just because you're trying to get clientele, but just be a good person. Like, just be cool.
People don't know.
That's it.
People do not know how to be good people. People lack that every day. So how do you navigate or like address like a negative environment? Have you ever had to deal with that while in a barbershop or like on the other side, like you're in the chair?
Yes. So I don't want to out anybody or oust anybody, whatever the word is. But anyway, while I was working at the shop that I'm in now, who the owner, we're at, I got to actually shout it out, 176 East, 116th Street, Love, Peace, and Locks. They do locks there. I'm JM Cutz. We have another barber, Mo, Vast Cuts. We're all on Booksy. Hit us up. Fire cuts, fire locks, we do it all. But the owner of the shop, Carol, who is amazing, 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 gave us opportunities. Thank you so much, Carol. But yeah, while I was working there in Harlem, I live in Brooklyn. So my idea was I'm gonna be at Harlem for 4 days and I'm gonna be in Brooklyn for 2 days. So I worked out of a barbershop there, and that environment there, it just wasn't welcoming. It was a barbershop. I'm not gonna say it wasn't welcoming at all, but it's the shops where, like I said, you walk in and nobody greets you. So it was that. So they would look out for me, like, send me clients and everything, and that's cool. But the environment itself, it wasn't 116th Barber Studios, like where we're at now. Like, it wasn't that. Like, everybody's welcoming there. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be around this. So how I maneuvered while I was there, I just did what I always do. I see somebody, you greet them as soon as they walk in. But around me wasn't me. It was the opposite. So it was so much I can take, but so much I could take. So I was like, yeah, I gotta leave. I have to remove myself. And those are good people there, but it just wasn't for me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me focus all my energy on being in 116th, in Harlem, and just build that. So how I dealt with that environment, I just continued to be myself. And when it was too much, just remove myself from the environment. If it's not, pleasing me or pleasing to me, because that's another thing. I said, I'm not gonna be, if this is my career, I've dealt with dead end jobs that I hated. I'm not gonna transfer that to my career. Like, I wanna be in spaces I love because I control that. So yeah, man, that's how I dealt with it.
And it's crazy because, like, in barbershops, they really don't care. And they don't care who's there. I remember being in a barbershop and, they're talking crazy, whatever. And they were talking about women and just like degrading and just the most terrifying. There's a woman in the chair. There's a woman
That's
in the
literally
chair,
happened to,
and you're
yeah.
literally talking how
Yeah.
women are this and what, like, just the
Yeah.
most. I don't even want to say the things that they were, but
Mm-hmm.
it was so, and I was like, yo, like, I could only imagine how that lady was feeling because it's like, it's so uncomfortable, and it's like, why would you be discussing certain things? And, like, it just doesn't, like, read the room or, like, or try to, yeah,
Exactly. That
it's.
was literally one of the instances that happened that I was like, y'all are tripping. Like, it's a woman right there in the back getting her hair braided or whatever, and y'all talking crazy like this. And to the point I just stepped out. I'm like, yeah, I don't even want to be mixed in that
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah.
even though I wasn't even saying
Too,
anything.
just like, like you're
Absolutely.
supporting this, you feel
Guilty by
like.
association. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Let me just walk out.
You have to
So
like protect your energy and protect your peace and really, it goes of life. Like in spaces or in any place or space that you're not feeling your best, you gotta remove yourself and go into a space where it's like, you know what, this aligns with me better. You know, this is me, and this is, and just kind of go within that. So I'm so grateful that I don't know, something just told me to, because I saw that you were, I saw that you became a barber, and I saw that your work looked good and stuff. So I don't know, something just told me to book with you, and then one day I just popped up like, hey,
I remember seeing it. I'm like, that's Chelsea.
yeah,
I'm like, I know him. And I was like, all right,
and
it's not a mistake, right? And I was, and you came in. I'm like, all
yeah,
right, cool,
yeah,
cool,
and it's
cool,
been
cool.
cool
So
ever
yeah,
since. Yeah, it's been
I'm
really
glad,
cool.
man.
And it's crazy because, like, on the flip side of like these terrible experiences and just the environment being off, I feel like, once you do find the space that is your space and you feel comfortable in that shop, in that environment, then that's when it starts to become like therapeutic and it just feels good because you can like actually have a conversation with your barber. Because that happens too sometimes where like you're in these spaces, with these barbers, and they don't even talk to their clients like in the chair. Like they're talking with everybody else, the other barbers they work with, or their friends, or maybe on the phone the whole time, which is like, oh my, jeez. But anyhow, and they're not even developing a relationship with their clients. Um, so I think with you and so many other people, when you have that space, it's like again more than the cut because it becomes like therapy. And even with you greeting people and you just saying how are you, especially when someone's in a chair, when you say how are you and they are in a space where they can't, run and dash out of the chair. This is time where they're sitting there so they can actually, answer the question and really like debrief instead. In New York, we're always running and things are always happening. So like we ask that question, but life
How
is
are you means hi in New York. Like
right.
how are you is equivalent to hi. That's it. It's like I'm good, and you just keep walking, or you just say how are you back. That's what it is. Hey, how you doing today? How you doing today?
Right.
Okay. Like I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I'm not like I get it, but like you were saying, people who sit in the chair. It's as soon as I ask that question, hey, how you doing today? It's shoulders drop. Oh, I'm good today. Oh man, like instantly. Like sometimes, people are still on guard, and it's not every time that happens, but for the most part, it's like, yeah, it's one of those weeks, one of those days. Oh, okay. So tell me about it. Sometimes it's a tell me about it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. There are times where don't tell me about it because hey,
Yeah, it's heavy.
sometimes I'm heavy. So I get that because we're all human. So I totally understand that there's times where I don't feel like speaking, and I'm pretty sure there's times my clients who are regulars don't feel like speaking. So I will never pry. I'm like, yo, you sure you good? Yo, you can talk? Nah, like you good? I can always tell by the response, and it's like, okay, whether you want to talk or whether you don't want to talk. And honestly, sometimes they'll even talk later on in the cut when I'm quiet, and then they'll bring something up, and then that'll get them going. And it's just something simple as how you doing. Like I didn't realize how powerful that is, in genuinely asking, how are you doing? And then they'll just explain and express, and then I'll open up. Oh yeah, I'm having one of those days too. I just had that day yesterday, and next thing you know, we're exchanging stories, and I've built so many relationships with my clients, man. Like I have, including yourself, I have some amazing, amazing, amazing clients who we just open up and just like share things with. I have a client named Glenn. He just came back from Egypt, and he was just telling me about his experience, and we had a whole talk. Like I have great clients, man. It's a great business if you allow yourself to, if you really give yourself that energy and time to put into this business. Like it's a great business. It is. Yeah.
When you say, how are you, you realize that like so many people are going through things beyond the surface. It's like at surface level, it looks like, oh, this person is good. Everybody is, everybody's great. But then it's like, how are you really just like, oh, it unleashes so many
Yeah.
things. But I
It
love
really
that
does.
you have that conversation and that you at least make room for it. I think it's
Yeah.
so important. But like going into becoming a barber, did you realize that this was something that you'd be taking on? Like this would be like one of your duties, like being a therapist in a sense?
Going into it, no, I didn't. It was just be yourself. Like I know I'm a friendly person. I know I can be genuine, and I am genuine when I care about people. Um, so I didn't know I was gonna be a therapist. I was just like, just be yourself. Like, of course, master the cut, because most of the time it was just like mastering the cut. Like that's the focus. But just be yourself and just be friendly and just be open to people, and that'll continue to attract people. And and honestly, I believe my personality is what kept a lot of clients early on, because I know the cuts weren't. I look back at my pictures starting off, and I was like, why did you stay? Because this is not a good cut. But I feel like just having that welcoming environment, it brought them back. Yeah, it wasn't a 10 out of 10, but it was a nice cut. Like it
You
wasn't
felt comfortable
horrible.
in the space. So it's
Exactly.
like sometimes, I mean, God, you're making progress.
Ex-
So, I mean, I'm making you saw the progress,
exactly.
and maybe, you know, just believed in you too, I think was a thing.
Yeah,
Because, I think
yeah.
just seeing that progress, having conversations, and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe you even fixing things. Because I'm sure, like, if
Yes.
you saw something or if they said something, you would definitely fix it, not be like,
Absolutely.
well, you know, let them walk out
Absolutely.
like
And
that,
even
you
to this
know?
day, like I still stress that to my clients. Like if you see something off, tell me. I'm not a barber that you just like, okay, and you really don't like it. No, if you don't like it, that's why I ask, how do we look? When I hand you that mirror, how does everything look? Let me know if something's off, something's crooked. Like tell me. Like I don't want you walking out and then putting it in the review. Or maybe you don't put it in a review, but it's to yourself and now you're looking for another barber. Like tell me. Even if you want to go to another barber after, tell me what I did wrong. And then let's go from there. We'll work from there. But
Oh man, I love that. And you having clientele from just all different generations, do you think that brotherhood or the sense of brotherhood has kind of died for like our generation and the generation to come? Or do you still think that it's a thing out here?
I think it's a thing. It just I feel people have to be more open to it and open to it on both sides, like giving and receiving. But we're in New York, and it's not even just New York; it's life. This
Yeah.
world we live in, like we're all skeptical of certain things. Like, okay, what's the catch? Why you so nice?
Right.
Why you asking this question? Like I'm like that sometimes. Like I go to Atlanta, I visit Atlanta, and they're so the hospitality is insane. So it's like, okay, I'm a little taken back. Like,
What's going on?
Why
Yeah.
why you having a conversation? I just opened the door for you. Why do you want to? So I think it's just being open to receive it and of course give it. But I think the brotherhood, yeah, it's kind of died, but
'Cause I
keep
was
hope
thinking
alive.
about it. I know.
Keep
I'm really
hope
trying. I
alive.
was thinking about it because I was like, you know, so much has changed with our generation and of course of COVID and people just being more to
Yeah.
themselves. But I was thinking about it on like a greater scale because I remember in college they had like different programs or just like all over where it was like, oh, this is like a men's empowerment group and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I remember like checking things out and the vibe of it was never it was always just like a joke, you
Yeah.
know? And I don't know, for me I just feel like it's something that if it's not developed early on or like you don't have that bond with those people, whether it's elementary school or you know college, well not college but well college
Yeah,
too,
college
but
too. Yeah.
like those earlier years, once you get to adulthood, I feel like when you're in that adulthood phase, then it's like it was the hopes of that
Yes.
brotherhood was like this, but then like when you're in
That's
adulthood,
understandable.
it's like
Yeah. Because you
this.
feel like it's no hope. Like I've been
Not
through all of
really.
these phases. Like I went through high school, didn't see it. Went through college, didn't see it. So here I am in the real world. So I know I'm not going to see it. So you kind of just do what you've taught yourself to do. Just stay to yourself, or just stay to the people that are closest to you. So yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of us understandably do.
And
Yeah.
the communication just seems to be a little like
Yeah.
I don't know, just with people in general. Like even I feel like friends don't even communicate in the same way
Yeah.
anymore. I feel like I've gotten bad of communicating with people
For sure.
as far as like texting sometimes.
For sure.
And it's like, damn.
I am the worst. I love my friends, but I'm a look at the text. I'll text it later, and hours will go by, and I'm like, oh, I didn't respond to the text. Let me respond right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But when we're together, it's like this. And I noticed I'm that kind of friend, but I feel like I don't know. That's like maybe past traumas. You know, I'm in therapy now for the first time, and like you know, what am I? 4 months into it, and I'm learning these things. Like it's a lot of things that have happened in the past, that little things that can
Yeah, it's
affect
always those
how
little
you,
things that
how you
build up and a
communicate.
snowball.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How has that been for you so far? And did being a barber and being a therapist to a lot of your clients influence you to be like, you know, I need a space for me to,
100%.
you know, talk to someone because I'm talking to all these people
100%.
and it could be a lot?
100%. My clients encourage me. My girlfriend encouraged me because she's been in therapy prior to us being together, and she's like encouraged that. And it's always something I've been aware of with myself. Like I knew I needed it, but I did a lot of self-therapy, you know, reading, you know, quotes or something like that, asking myself questions like, yeah, this does affect me from back then, or did anything happen? And I think about it, but so much we'll do of ourselves. So we'll ask ourselves, or at least me, I can speak for myself. I ask myself the hard questions, and then after a while, it's like, okay, that's it. That's it for right now. Yeah, that's it. But going to therapy has opened my eyes with, no, ask yourself this question, or they'll ask me the question. You're paying for the session too. So it's like, that's in the back of my mind. So
all your money's worth.
It ain't cheap.
All your money's worth, yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I do want to fix myself. I want to fix that aspect. I want to be the best version of myself because I want to give the best version to the others, my loved ones around me. So it's opened up my mind into just little things of just something it's opened my mind to is just perspective. And as simple as that is, but I was going through something, or incident had happened this past January, and literally the next day I just went to work like nothing happened. And it clicked. I'm like, yo, how many people are walking around like nothing happened? Like something could have happened last night, that morning, or whenever, and they're just putting a smile on their face.
Right.
Like literally an incident happened the night before. I went to work, like nothing happened. Nobody questioned, because I didn't give them reason to, because I don't want that. You don't deserve that. I'm not giving you that energy of what I've been through the night before, because I don't, you don't deserve that. But it just opened my mind. Therapy is like, hey, treat everybody like they're going through something.
Right.
And it was like, once I had that perspective, that little thing just allowed me to be kind to other people, but also just forgiving to other people. Like even the people that have hurt me, it's like, I get it. You probably have a lot of trauma you haven't dealt with yourself. So I can't even be fully mad at you. I can't take it personal, because although it feels personal, most of the times it's not.
That's true.
Most
I've
of the
been
times
learning
it's
that
not.
about life too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things we take personally.
Yeah.
It's just like you gotta let go and just
Got to.
let go of your relationship of control and just know that everything you can control, and it's all right. And just to give people grace, and again, just like you said earlier, just treating everybody like they're going through something, because I feel like everybody is, but they're just just like how we said with the how are you, like the surface level, that's all we see. But when you dive through the deeper layers, especially in a city like this, where like living here is tough, like New York, especially now, like
yes, it is.
Life is tough, it's expensive, and sometimes you see people walking around with no soul. Like it's just life. You can tell that like life got to them.
Do you people watch?
I do.
Yeah, you do. I people watch all
I do.
the time,
Yeah,
especially on the train, because I take the train. I have a long commute, so there's times I just like sit back and I just people watch. And I hope that's not creepy to anybody.
I was like, should I be answering that question? I was like, should that be on the low?
But it's not like,
But I guess we all people watch,
nah.
right? I do. And I've been giving them stories in my mind.
Yo, I do the same thing. Because I feel like you can see like in people's eyes or their demeanors, their body language, like, and then you, like you just said, like you add a story, like, yo, what happened? Like, what is it that you're thinking about? And that I just see people everybody's on their phone. Yeah. And it's like, I think about it, it's like maybe that's an escape, or it's just like you're just looking for something to do because you're passing the time.
Right.
You're on the train, so I absolutely understand. But sometimes you can actually, like, people will wear the weight of whatever it is that they're going through on them. So you can just see it, you can feel it. So there's times I just people watch, I'm like, man, you might be going through something. Or I'll just be like, you look like a very happy person, and I love that. Yeah. So I people watch all the time, man. I hope that's not creepy. Don't get on the train with me. I'm watching.
We all do some people watching. I have like a little game that I want to transition to. So let's play that really quick. It's called Rank and Relate. So basically, I'm gonna tell three stories. It can be awkward, it can be just the craziest barber story, and you'll rank it. And then you'll tell me your three stories, and then I'll rank it. So it can be something that's awkward, like an awkward encounter, or like he shaved all my hair off type thing, or and go from there. So yeah.
Awkward one as a barber. Someone kept looking me directly in my eyes while I was cutting. No, like looking me in my eyes while I'm cutting, and throughout the entire, like I'm doing a lineup, shaving the mustache, eyes. I'm doing a Caesar. He's like, eyes. I'm like, dude, like.
Is it like lustful eyes? Or
Listen,
like,
I don't even know what to read it. I didn't know how to read it. It was just,
like the killer vibes?
It wasn't a killer. Definitely wasn't a killer. I don't know what it was. Like to this day, it was just he kept looking me deep in my eye. I'm like, hi, dude. Like to the point I had to like, all right, close your eyes, like just like that, like put my hands over the eyes, and like to the point where I'm doing the straight shave with the straight razor, and my hands are like this because I have to pull the skin and then go against it. So my hands are like this. His eyes are right here. He's looking me in my eyes through my fingers. Through my fingers. I'm like, dude, like all right, let me just close your eyes. And then that's what
that is so
awkward.
Wow.
Awkward.
That's crazy.
Just like super, super awkward. I'm like, all right, this is this is it. I wanted to be a barber, so this is the crazies. Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
that's crazy. Because I'm like, I know we have conversations, and I know like
That's
I'm giving eye
no,
contact,
that's perfectly
but
fine.
that's crazy,
this was
but not.
a
Wow.
uncomfortable
That
eye
is-
contact. Like, dude, we're not even talking.
Wow,
Like, you're
like
not
a
even talking.
death.
That's what it is. It wasn't even me not talking. You're not even talking. You're just like, I'm like, all right, dude.
Damn, that is crazy.
Awkward. Yeah. That's an awkward one. I got.
I feel like one that I've had was maybe with the barber. I had a bar, like how earlier we were talking about barbers and like their non-scheduled having self. And I remember I had one barber, like he was my consistent barber for a bit, and one day he like stopped coming for like months, maybe like 3 to 6 months. He like stopped coming. Like so I just naturally went to someone else like in the shop. So he comes back and like he would stare at me when I would go to the other guy. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to the other guy because like you just stopped coming.
That's
like
hilarious.
And like there was never like a conversation, but it was like he would stare, like he would just like he wanted me to know, like I see that she wasn't coming to work. Like,
I'm realizing a barber relationship is similar to a regular relationship. Like, you cheat, you go to somebody else, it's like, hey, we got beef now.
you wasn't
on me.
here.
Yeah, it's like, hey, that don't even matter, right? But I was locked up and you supposed to wait for me. Grow your hair out. Like, nah, dude.
Like, yeah. Oh man, not 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nah, that's a crazy story.
What's your next one?
That's a crazy story, bro. Yeah. Okay. Next one. So it has to be awkward one.
Or just like a worst experience, whether like in the chair or just being a barber.
Okay, in the chair, I got my hairline pushed back. So it started out, it was slanted. So it was like this. And I was like, and I was one of those clients that wouldn't tell you, like, okay, okay, it's cool. And I walk out and I look at the phone and I'm like, yo, I don't even like this cut. And I'm venting in my phone and I'm venting to everybody else. So I go find a new barber, trying to find a new barber, and go to a new barber I've never been to, sit down in the chair. So he doesn't fix it. He pushes it back. Like to the point, like it's a noticeable pushback, like noticeable. Like it's like, dude, I didn't walk in like this.
Yeah.
It's like to the point, like.
Did you
he was
pay
like,
him?
all right. Oh, huh?
Did you?
Did I what? No, that's my money, and I need it now. Like no. So I'm like, he's like, how we look? I'm like, dude, you pushed my line back. I'm like, this is a visible pushback. And he was like, so he was a Jamaican guy. You don't have to pay me, man. You don't have to pay me. I'm like, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't. So that's why. Fast forward years later, it's funny, two sides of it. Starting out, I would like have people's hairlines slanted. Because I was so afraid. I was so afraid of pushing the hairline back that I would be like, okay, this side is like this, and this side is like that. So that's just what it was. Because out of fear of pushing the line back, but it's like, nah, they want a straight line.
Right, so you got
have
to
do that.
to connect a little bit.
Exactly. And to the point where it's like, I want, like I mentioned earlier, I want you to tell me, hey, this doesn't look good, fix this. Or if you just don't like the cut, just tell me you don't like the cut.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So, yes, out of that experience, gained wisdom.
Wow. Jeez, that's
Wisdom.
the worst.
Yeah.
Oh man, same. That was actually my next one. I had someone, and it was for my prom too. It was like, oh man, it was the owner of the barbershop.
Oh,
how do you
own the shop?
Why do you own the barbershop? And it was just how he had my hair shaped up. Like I looked like I was like a grown man. Like I looked like I was like 50 something. Like it was so bad. Like it made me, I mean, I still pushed through a prom and we still, like we made it seem like it was
Like
fine. This was meant to be. This was the plan. This is what we were going for.
Confidence. There you go. Confidence is key.
Oh man. And And even there was another time, an extra one where I was studying abroad. I was in England and I went to a white barber, a British barber, and I thought that, like he's cut black hair and stuff before, and at the time I had locks. Yeah. So, you didn't have to do much because it started like right here, whatever the case is. So you really just had to do like a shape up and, like a fade or whatever the case is. So he did something, and then he... maybe I asked like for him to like maybe like fix this piece, whatever the case is.
Oh, you asked for too much, so it's your fault. It's your fault.
Damn. But like it was like a little
you asked for too much.
Nah, it was a little slanted, like a little. It was like just a. He like. I want to say he started like doing the shape up, like where the curls start. Like it was like right. It was right here where he started to shape up. So he like. Instead of it starting like right here, he pushed the hairline like right here, and it was so bad that I just wanted to like cry. Like I had to like wear like a
just wear a headband,
like,
or whatever. This is my new style.
Yeah, and I had to rock. Yeah, it was so bad. And then from there, for like a minute, I started like doing the shape ups myself.
By yourself,
and like,
right?
I know it didn't look the best, but it was something that I had to. I was like. Oh man!
First of all, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. As a barber, I'm sorry that you had to experience that. But yeah, that's how it started out. It's like you see, I think a lot of grown men now, they start cutting their own hair because barbers butcher them for so long. And I have those stories as well from my clients. They're like, yeah, I just started cutting my hair because, the barbers would butcher it. So they start because it's like, hey, if somebody's gonna mess it up, I want to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, you messed it up. Like, I can see you. Like, you did it.
Right,
so let's do better next time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of out of your control. So that's why I ask a million questions. If you're a first-time client, I will ask a million questions. So you want this. So you want that. I used to serve tables, so I would repeat the order back to them. I do the same thing with barbering. Okay, so you want a low taper, 5 on top, a little bit off the back. That's what you said? Cool. Right before I turn it on.
Wait, but what if they ask you too much? Are they gonna end up like me?
Hey, nah, see, I don't even get mad. Because I know there's clients that feel bad, like, I know I'm asking you again. Hey, ask me all the questions in the world. Because at the end of this cut, you're going to pay me. No. Because at the end of the cut, I want you to feel satisfied. And I want you to feel like, okay, he listened to me. This is exactly what, even if it doesn't come out the greatest, I feel like as a client, yes, the client is always right. That's a thing for sure. But when it comes to barbering, if you dot your T's and do all of that. It's like you have to make sure, hey, this is what you asked for. This is what you want, right?
Yeah.
This is what you got. Your hairline starts.
This is what I got.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like if I'm unsure, because I've learned my lesson too, hey, you know this side is higher than this side, right? So do you want me to leave this side alone, or do you want me to actually straighten it? Yeah, you go ahead and straighten it.
Yeah.
Cool.
You
said it.
Yeah.
So if you think it's a pushback, because I've learned my lesson, there's been times where clearly it would have been uneven once I was here, once I was there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just straighten it out.
Yeah.
He got out, showed the mirror. Yeah, you pushed me back. I'm like,
Yeah. Damn.
and I knew I should have asked him. I'm like, I
Yeah.
should have asked him before I did it. So barbers, if you're starting out, you will learn your lesson. You're going to mess up. You are going to, it's inevitable to happen. I'm 4 or 5 years into my career now. Unfortunately, sometimes I do. Not all the time. It's not major messes up. It's not major mess ups. I need new clients. It's not major mess up, but it's going to happen. Like it's going to, especially if you're starting out. And that's with anything. It's just going to happen. It's a learning experience. That's all it is.
For sure. And what's your last one?
Last story. I had somebody not pay me.
Oh my God.
I got hit with the okie doke. I'm gonna run to the ATM, and mind you, this is the crazy part. This is a regular.
Oh my
This
God.
is a regular. I can oust her because she never came back. Kate.
Oh.
Her name is Kate.
Damn, Kate.
Her name is Kate. So Kate, if you out there, you still owe me $30. It's my money and I need it. But no, Kate.
You're too big and teeth,
Yo,
Kate.
yo.
Kate, you're too big and teeth. You're big and teeth.
Kate would come on a regular, and Kate would be, she was never short sometimes, but she was, a little, she was unpredictable. Let's say that. She was unpredictable. So Kate would come, can you do a haircut? Mind you, she had this one long braid, cut around it, bald everywhere else. Bald everywhere else but the one long braid. So it was an interesting cut, but it's easy. Yeah. So, hey, man, I'm going to run to the ATM and I'm going to come back. Okay, fine. Never comes back. And this is the kicker. I see her 2 weeks later across the street at the other barber shop, chopping it up with the barber. So I'm like, there's no way that you're right here. And I see
that
you.
Is
so I'm like,
damn.
Did I confront her? No, I didn't. This was year 2 of me cutting hair. So I was like, it's 30.
Yeah.
I'll take that L because I don't even want you as a client anymore.
Right.
That's how you show.
Because what? Not your regular. But and nobody should be. But damn. But not I know you and you're.
That's my thing. Like you're a regular.
Yeah.
You live around the corner, so it's like why?
Right. I'm gonna see you again. Like
I'm gonna see you. I see you now.
Like what? That's
insane.
crazy.
Insane. So
okay,
yeah,
damn.
That's another barber story.
Kate, you're so big on teeth. The man needs his money, and you're just out here teething.
Yeah, man.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Kate still owe me $30.
Oh
but
man,
it's okay.
man.
We're gonna put it past
man.
Kate. We forgive Kate,
That's
right?
crazy. My last one is actually the same. I witnessed somebody like not pay. So the man was like, talking about the Cash App and how he didn't give him it was his second time doing it or whatever the case is. So he was like, the barber's like, last time I didn't get the Cash App or whatever the case is, it didn't go through. And he just like ran out of, he bolted out of the shop. And like, the man's like, I'm not about to, I'm not running after you, but it's like, you really just bolt. And it's like, and it seemed like he was a regular too, because like he was there before. Yeah. And, something happened with the Cash App because people are just, it's disgusting.
It happens.
Do you ever get fearful of that happening?
Not anymore because of the book. That's why I push everybody to book on Booksy. Like it'll be people that text me. If it's a regular and I know to trust you, cool. Text me, come at 12. But even with those clients, I'd rather you book on Booksy. That way you don't cancel because it's a deposit. And that's another thing. It saves us as barbers. That's one thing I want to push. Like, respect barbers. Respect the stylist, the styler, and everything. But the stylists and the barbers and the hairstylists, they have to respect themselves. But the client, you got to respect them as well. Respect their time because people will play with your time. And barbers, our time, if we don't put it in check, it can be played with. So there'll be times starting out, oh yeah, I'll show up at 3. You got a 3 o'clock appointment, and then you cancel last minute. Okay, so I'm gonna put a cancellation fee. Or like you said, the deposit. It makes people second guess canceling, and it makes people second guess when they book. Can I really show up to this time? Can I really show up at this time? Cool. So it keeps all of us safe. So I think honestly, the Booksy booking app is perfect. I charge the deposit fee. And that's another thing, like, don't be afraid of standing on your business. And I know that's a new term now, but I'm actually speaking from a literal standpoint, like, stand on your business. Like, if you're a barber, whatever, you're a chef, and you're starting out, I get that. Look out for others. You want to give people free cuts, free service from time to time. Absolutely. You have to build business. But once you get established, be firm on your time, on your business, on your work ethic. Like, be firm on it. Don't feel like, it's a little bit mean. Because even I still have that from time to time. It's a little bit mean. I don't want to charge you, but it's like,
no, you have to respect your time, and they have to respect
it. You have to respect your own business, your time, and everything.
Yeah, because if you don't respect your own time, people are not going to respect your time. They're just going to play with you always. And
absolutely. Yeah. And I give people benefit of the doubt. I know things happen, life happens. Right. But if it becomes a pattern and it's a repetitive thing, let me put you to the side. Yeah. Hey, this is the 3rd time that you've canceled. I've lost a client like that recently. That's another story. He was a loyal client, great conversation, good person, but he would always book and cancel. And I get the cancellation fee.
Did he cancel in time, or was it just
I get the cancellation fee. Like, he would book and then the cancellation fee, and he get charged for it. So I would still get paid regardless, but at the same time,
it's inconsiderate to your time.
It's inconsiderate to my time. Yeah. Somebody could have booked that time, and it's like, hey, I just want to be sure. Hey, are you? And I just finally hit him up. I'm like, hey, are you sure you're gonna make this time? Are you sure? Because I see that it's become a pattern. This happened a lot. He never texted me back. He never showed up again. And I read it again. I showed my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, was I mean, or did I come off? She's like, no, you were respectful, but you were firm. And that's what you have to do. So in doing that, you weed out the clients that you want. Like, you show yourself, you show your business what type of clients you want. You show what type of business you want to run. So if you get the flaky clients and you just, it's okay, that's the type of clients you want to have. But if you get those firm, if you be firm and you're like, hey, be punctual, you're going to have punctual clients. So, and that's the clients I want. And I feel like that's the clients everybody deserves, but that's the clients I want.
But you give off too, because it's like, if I'm here on time and you're good and stuff, then it's like, why are you coming 30 minutes late? Like, you can't, like, it's crazy.
100%.
So what are you ranking these stories? What are you ranking my story?
Okay, from worst to best or best to worst, so I don't know.
How do we? Best to worst.
Best to worst. Okay, so let's. I don't even know. Bad. The worst out of the 3 that I just mentioned, I think it had to be. I'm gonna give it to my man. Look at me through my fingers. I'm gonna give it to him. I can deal with Kate running out on me and him pushing my. Nope. Pushing a line pushback. I'm sorry, line pushback is the worst. That's the worst feeling in the world. I'm gonna give it to my Jamaican dude. Yeah. Who pushed me back all the way over. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to him.
How'd you like Benjamin Franklin?
Benjamin Franklin with the head back, like, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I think that would be for me too. Definitely number 1 would go. It's terrible to have your hair pushed back. 2, what was the second one? Oh man.
I think you said what was the second one?
Hairline, hair back, hair. Oh, the that would be the 3rd one. The awkwardness the second one would be the awkwardness with, like, the barber just not coming.
Not coming. Yes.
Just like, you decided to go on vacation or whatever, and then just like decide, okay, one day I'm gonna just come.
Yeah.
Like, that's
6
definitely
months later.
Yeah. That would be my worst. Crazy. That would be my worst.
Yeah, and because he made you feel awkward just by the stare.
Why are you staring? And why are you not apologetic?
You wait 6 months.
What? It's crazy. Like, you're crazy, sir. Like, it's.
That's crazy, man.
And yeah, and I feel like the second one would be definitely like witnessing that man just dash out of that was so like I hate that, I was like, yo, that was crazy, but welcome. I love that.
Yeah, we on the second floor now, so
So
nobody can
it
dash.
takes a
No,
while to
nobody.
get to the front.
Yeah, you gotta run down like
Yeah,
19
yeah.
steps. You gotta open the door, then open another door, then like, bro, I'm
Yeah,
gonna catch
it's
you.
gonna take you a minute to get down there. So people like you, Kate,
Yeah,
I
Kate,
wouldn't do it.
Kate.
That's crazy. That
Uh-huh.
is so crazy.
It's all good.
Oh,
It's all
man.
love. It's all love, man.
Let me
It's
see.
all love.
Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
being here.
Absolutely.
Let me see.
This is a pleasure. I want to tell you, you're doing a great job.
Thank
I'm proud of what
you.
you've built, within yourself as a business, yourself,
thank
and
you.
I've known you since 2017,
Crazy.
and it's been in passing, but
Yeah.
I've still seen like the work ethic from you being on the red carpet, interviewing people, and you're doing your own thing. So,
Oh, man.
yeah, man.
Thank you
Congrats.
so much. Thank
Absolutely.
you. I really, really appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
man.
I appreciate this conversation. It was so good and needed.
Likewise.
I'm so proud of you for just like building, like, I really can see you building an empire and
Wow.
just
Thank you.
doing something really great, especially in this space where like a lot of people don't take their craft seriously.
Yeah.
And it's a money grab for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but just seeing how passionate you are and even just the accountability, as far as like,
Yes.
if I know that I didn't do a good job,
Yes.
I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna, rectify or,
Yes.
whatever the case is, or just make sure that my clients are happy, make sure that I'm creating a great space, a space that feels good and is comfortable. So I am so appreciative of that. And I'm so grateful because it's hard to find a barber, guys.
Yeah.
It is hard to
Yeah.
find a really good barber, especially that
Yep.
you vibe with and things like that. So, thank you for being here today. Let
for having me.
people know where they can find you and follow you
Yes.
and things like that.
You can follow me on Instagram. My barber page is JM Barbery. Actually, it's _ JM Barbery. I'm not gonna give y'all my personal account. I'm not gonna do that. No, just the barber. Just business, okay? I don't want y'all looking at me through my eyes, nigga. No, but JM Barbery. But the barbershop is 176 East 116th Street, New York, Harlem, East Harlem, New York. The Booksy is JM Cutz if you just want to go direct to the Booksy app. And yeah, come find me. Come get a cut.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the J Word. I hope that you guys enjoyed this conversation. You can find the J Word on all platforms, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. All of the links will be in the description below. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the J Word. And we're out.